Hi, welcome to Community Hotline. I'm Monica Weitzel, and we're here in Gresham at MetroEast Community Media. Thanks for joining us tonight. We're going to start off tonight talking with the YMCA of Columbia Willamette, specifically about Camp Collins. And here to talk with us about that is the Executive Director, Willard Burks. Thanks for being here, Willard.
It's good to be here tonight.
Thanks.
Yeah.
You know, the YMCA has been around forever, it seems like.
Oh, yeah.
You know, when I was growing up, certainly, and way before then. Camp Collins is here in the East County area. Mm-hmm. Tell me a little bit, if you can, maybe first about the Y itself,
right.
and then specifically about the camp and what makes that special.
Right. Well, you know, the Y was actually founded in 1844 in London, England.
I knew it was before my time.
Yeah, exactly. Just a
Just
few years before
bit,
you and I.
yes.
Yeah. George Williams founded it there, and it actually was an import into the United States in 1851. And then as branches or associations started coming out, it started here in Portland in 1868. So we're coming up on our 150th anniversary.
Wow.
And so the Y's been around in the Portland and Vancouver area for a long time. Camp Collins, or the camping program, started in 1909 up on Spirit Lake. We had a camp up on Spirit Lake until 1980. That fateful day whenever the Mountain Blue went down.
May 18th.
Yeah,
yes,
my graduation day from high school.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that was a party, huh?
It was.
Wow.
It was. But Camp Collins was actually founded and started in 1924. E.S. Collins, so now the Collins Foundation, was on the board of directors and purchased about 130 acres along the Sandy River, right next to what is now Oxbow Park, right. And wanted a camp where families could go and also one a little bit closer to Portland. And so we started doing programming in 1926 and did a lot of day programming. Then in the 40s, around the World War II, they started doing overnight camp. And so for the last close to 80 years, we've been doing overnight camp for young boys and girls from the Portland, Vancouver area.
At that location?
At that location,
wow.
Yeah. Same location.
That's a long
Looks a little bit different than it did in the 20s, but
what was
same one.
What was the original mission of the Y?
Well, the mission of the YMCA is to be able to serve people through our Christian principles, through healthy spirit, mind, and body.
So that hasn't changed.
That hasn't changed.
Okay.
You know, we're open to all. We certainly don't turn anyone away. It's you don't have to be a Y member to go to Camp Collins, but it's certainly a nice opportunity for us to share that mission and to share our messaging. You know, one of the things the Y has done recently is really looked at the messaging, and we're into youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility. And so it's a nice opportunity for us to utilize those pieces in our camping program on a day-to-day basis and provide those opportunities for kids to kind of grow and experience in that way.
Right. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Become leaders, huh?
Exactly.
There you go.
Exactly.
So Camp Collins, are you there at every camp?
I am. I actually live on camp property, and so there are two families that live on camp
nice.
property. We run 8 weeks of summer camp. Start on June 29th, and each session runs Sunday to Saturday. And then
how many kids do you have at those
we'll have
sessions?
about 220 kids a week. That includes all of our overnight campers, which are incoming 2nd through incoming 12th graders. They're divided into villages by gender. So, and then we do about 30 to 40 day campers each day. So along with our staff of about 65, we're feeding about 300 people at dinner, at lunch. And so it's a full day.
I'd hate to do the dishes there.
Yeah. We've got a staff of 11 that handle that.
Well, good. So, so you have the day campers and the overnight campers,
right.
And the same amount of time?
Well,
camp?
the day campers is Monday through Friday, and we actually have 3 pickup points, one in the Alameda area, one down in Clackamas, and one in Gresham.
Oh,
and they come out for a traditional day camp program.
Okay.
And so, but our overnight camp runs Sunday through Saturday.
Okay.
And we really run at what I would call a traditional overnight camp program. A lot of traditional camp activities: horseback riding, archery. We have a swimming pool. We do group games. We do have a full challenge course, like a climbing tower and those things. Those are really fun. Our teens love that. We do all of our program progressively. We have a game called Gaga, which is kind of like dodgeball, but you play inside this octagonal square. But you bat the ball, not throw it. So it's if you're quick, it's a great game. You don't have to worry about throwing it hard. But a lot of things, we do campouts and we do cookouts on Tuesday night, and we have talent show.
Do you have campfires?
We do campfires. We do 3 campfires.
That's the best part of camping.
Opening and closing night, and we do one on Wednesday, which is kind of a fun night for us to do that.
Good. You brought some pictures, didn't you, of the camp? So maybe we could take a look at those. I'd like to see, and like our viewers to see what it looks like. You said it has changed some through the years.
Exactly.
So we can get those up here.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, what are we looking at here?
Well, this is down on the Sandy River, and one of the things that we like to do with our cabin groups each day, they move in cabin groups, is give them what we call cabin time. So it's kind of a free time period that they do with their cabin group and their counselor.
They're also building some...
And they're building friendships, they're building, we really want to build those skills around group building, decision making, interactive and interpersonal skills.
Things you would use in work and a family.
Exactly. Exactly. Those things are important skills that we see across. We don't have any electronics at camp.
Thank you.
Kids can receive emails. They can't send them back out. Actually, there's no cell service down there, which is really nice. So we have a chance for them to really work on developing relationships.
Yeah.
And so
that's nice.
Yeah, these are our Quester cabins. It's actually treetops. It was finished in 1904. These are the back treetop cabins.
These are in trees?
Yes, they are. Actually, there's a little on camp property. We have an upper camp and a lower camp, and there's a little shelf that's about 15 feet before it goes in, and this is the back side of them. Wow. These porches are all interconnected. This is actually where our incoming 7th through 9th graders stay when they're at camp.
They love that
too.
Do. That's pretty slick.
Yeah,
I bet when they're younger, do they just wait until they can get there?
They do. They're really excited about it.
They graduated to the big stuff.
Exactly. And each of our cabin groups will have 10 campers and 2 staff in each cabin. So we have a 1-to-5 ratio across the camp.
Yeah. Here's some teamwork going on.
Yeah, this is what we call Quester Monday, which our 7th through 9th graders spend the whole day on team building and relationship building on our challenge course. And so this is one of the activities they do. It's where they have a web circle and they all lean back where they're all sharing responsibility. So they all have a chance to equally participate in the activity without someone else having to carry them or hold them up. So it's
Does this have trust issues built into this kind of thing too?
They are. The nice thing is that our kids come from all over the greater Portland, Vancouver area. We serve, we looked at one time 24 different school districts in the greater Oregon, Washington area.
And probably kids from all walks of life.
All walks of life, and 1 in 4 of our kids come on financial assistance. And so we do, we raise money to help provide those financial assistance opportunities for our campers. But along with that, we have kids that come from Japan each summer in our 5th week of camp. A nice exchange program we do with the Saitama YMCA over there. And so they'll bring about 25 kids and do a week of camp and then a homestay week.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. That's a good deal.
Yeah. So these are 2 of our activities. One is, as we said, we do horseback riding, and we do it progressively. So what we call our pioneers, our 2nd through 4th graders, will do lead rides. Our explorers, which are 5th and 6th graders, do trail rides, and our Questers, 7th through 9th graders, they can choose that as a specialty activity among some of our other ones. One of the other activities is our challenge course. That's a log walk right there, and so that child is or camper's on a belay that's with a staff member on the ground. So they're not what we call air belay or walking without any safety elements to it. But it's an opportunity that they get to do that.
Oh yeah. Still looks kind of scary.
Yeah, this is the Giant's Ladder, or it's called Jacob's Ladder. It's a 2-person element that allows campers to work together to climb those different rungs, and those rungs are a little bit different height each when you go up, and so it's a little bit more challenging the higher you climb, but also it allows them to work as a team to accomplish the activity.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. Then these are our Rotary Village cabins, and the great story behind this is the Portland Rotary Club, the Downtown Club, and about 6 other clubs participated in a fundraising event to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Rotary. They had built original ones there in the 50s, and so when 2005 came along, and the previous director and the architect set out and talked to kids about what they'd like to see in cabins. They wanted to build green cabins. These are actually LEED certified platinum cabins.
That's great.
And so that, of course, The Hobbit was really big at the time, Lord of the Rings, and so they all wanted Hobbit houses.
They kind of look like Hobbit
and
houses.
so they are
don't
Hobbit houses. They actually sit 3 feet in the ground.
Oh, really?
They have dirt. They have grass roofs on them. That round door is
Oh, that's
actually a bamboo door. They go in that way.
Oh, how fun. I bet the kids love those.
No, they love them. The first day of camp, walking through those doors, they just are so excited about being a part of it. But it's naturally cooled and really taken care of well. So it's a great thing. These are our treetops cabins again. This is the front side of them. And you can see there's a gangplank or walkway out to them
a gangplank.
that's on there with
gangplank.
railing. And but each one of those cabins, once again, has 14 beds. So like I said, we have 10 campers and at least 2 staff in each cabin.
Yeah, those are really popular. I'm going to have to get out there and check that out.
Yeah.
Check out
one of our
this
campers with a little inchworm on her face.
It
so
doesn't seem to bother her any, does it?
No, that's a great thing. You know, as we said earlier, you know, the nice thing is that camp is a pure mixture of everyone that comes. So kids aren't separated by anything else other than by age.
Right.
And
some of these kids probably don't get out in the country very much.
Right. It's amazing.
Or get much interaction with nature. And
yeah, it's amazing how many campers even today still don't have much interaction out into woods and into nature. And so
it's too bad.
Yeah, you know, Richard Louv kind of started the No Child Left Inside movement about 8 or 10 years ago, and it's really something that we've really embraced in looking at how we provide activities and how we provide opportunities for our campers to experience the great outdoors and to do that. And they've embraced it. It's been really nice.
I bet they have. What do kids get out of this? Tell me about some kids
Well,
that you've worked with.
You know, the 3 things we really say is have fun, try something new, and make a new friend. And so if they can accomplish those 3 things in a week, we feel like it's been successful. But I think the real thing is the opportunity we have to make a difference in a kid's life or provide opportunities where they can see something different. You know, a few years back, we had a young lady that came to camp that came on scholarship and had never really had this opportunity. It grew up with 7 or 8 brothers and sisters, and you know, family was moving back and forth and lived in a very small home. And her caseworker had come out to see her about halfway through the week, and she wanted to show her bed, and she didn't really figure out why. And so she took her to the cabin, and the counselors were there and the kids, and so showed her. She had this little sheet over kind of the where the bed was at, and she had all of her clothes put away so neatly, and she had everything, had her little doll that she had brought out with her. And she said, "Well, it's really nice. Why do you want me to see this?" And she goes, "I've never had my own bed before."
Oh.
And so she said that was such an important part of her life that this girl who is not doing well in school, who's kind of in that drift of what, you know, middle school, figuring out what to do, really had a chance to make some friends, to meet some people that were not in that vicious circle of what was going on in her life, and saw there was something different, and had a chance to do it. And so, you know, about a year later, the lady called me and said, you know, her grades have turned around in school, and she just really is making a difference. And so, you know, it's been a few years since I've heard how she's doing, but
it's kind of like it gives them hope, or it sees that there is something besides what they're assigned to in life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We always believe if we plant seeds at camp,
Yeah.
and we don't always see them flower, and we don't know when they're going to flower, but we feel like if we plant the seeds and water them with some really good stuff, they're going to have a chance to really grow and be something special. And
Very
so that's
eloquently said. We're almost out of time already, so tell me a
believe
little.
it.
I know, I can't either. So tell me about the camps, the conferences, retreats.
Yeah, during the non-summer season, we do retreats and conferences. Our camp's available basically from the day after Labor Day until middle of June for rental and retreat by groups. We have about 140 different groups that use this right now.
So organizations,
different
schools,
Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts,
businesses.
church groups, the Barrett's Club, which is a U.S. geology group that's local. We have, like I said, our challenge course and a variety of groups that use the camp. So it's always available for things like that. And we do family camps Memorial and Labor Day weekend, which is a great opportunity for families to come out and kind of have a camp experience in a small camp setting. So
that sounds good. So if people want more information on this, they can go to your website. I believe you also have a couple open houses coming up.
We do. We actually have one this Sunday.
Okay.
That's going to be on
April 27th.
27th. It's from 2 to 4 in the afternoon on that Sunday afternoon.
Okay.
Then we have another one on May 18th, and it's a great chance.
Independence Day, May 18th.
Yeah, it's a great day to come out and just to meet some of the staff, meet my great program staff, have a chance to see what camp's like. We have the climbing tower open that day. Ask questions and kind of see if it's something that's a great opportunity for you.
Sounds good. And if people think that they cannot afford to send their child, there is
We do
scholarship
provide
money.
financial assistance.
So
Yeah,
call and find out.
we raise quite a bit of money, and we try to provide, like I said, 1 out of 4 campers. So about 400 kids come to camp on financial assistance each year. And it's a great opportunity, and it's a sliding scale system. And just because you think you can't afford it, we always try to find a way to make it happen.
That's great. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Oh, that's great.
Thanks for watching this first segment of Community Hotline. If you're interested in sending your child or possibly volunteering at the camp, maybe you have some extra money and want to donate it to the camp, I imagine you'd take it. Go to their website, find out. There's the family camps. Your business could go on a conference or retreat there. There's all sorts of opportunities, so do check it out. And don't go away, because we'll be right back with more of Community Hotline.